Okay, there's been a trade. I'll talk about it later. Just that there's been a trade from one of the GMs. And it was the Knicks trade. Okay, so this, yeah, it's not close. It's just to pick up things. But said I predict like Phoenix to get 80 to 90, and Golden State like 100 to 110. So if it's going to be how it should be, so if it beats like that, that's okay. But said if not, and then try and see what players I change. Kind of, some may be going better, some may be going good. I said I wasn't actually going to stream this one, but I am going to stream it now. There's actually a trade, so I'll try and say at the moment. So Knicks and Minnesota have traded. Derrick Rose has gone to the Knicks, and Taj Gibson has gone to the Knicks, and Trey Burke has gone to Minnesota, and Lance Thomas has gone to Minnesota. You might have heard of him. I think he's a forward from the Knicks. In the game, he's a small forward, I think. And yeah, maybe you can get better, but that's what's happened. But that's not all that's happened. And there's been the first rounds of 18, 19, 20 and 21 first round picks gone of the New York Knicks gone to Minnesota, and the same picks have gone of Minnesota gone to New York Knicks. And if you think about it, like the next 4 years, maybe Minnesota will go worse, so their picks will go better and gradually worse, but their picks will be maybe worse than the Knicks, so it just depends. But so that's what's happened, and it's been like draft day, if you watch a movie that, trying to do a trade like that. And then another trade's come through with Joakim Noah going to San Antonio and Rudy Gay going to New York Knicks. And like a couple of years ago, it wouldn't be maybe the best thing, but Joakim Noah was better a couple of years ago too. So it's basically the second centre for the second small forward at San Antonio and second centre at New York Knicks. So that's been the trade too, but that'll be for next week. So I'm going to the game now.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here.
I miss you too, Ernie.
And I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here too.
I miss you too, Ernie.
Thank you. Me too. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Phoenix Suns as they go up against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for Golden State, they're going to have to deal with an atmosphere tonight that will not make things easy for them. Other than the postseason, nothing gets a crowd more fired up than opening night, and all that energy will be directed against them as they go for a win to start the season. After a brisk off-season, it's finally upon us, fellas.
What's that?
Opening night.
Oh, tonight's opening night?
Hey,
oh, those are preseason games.
Shaq, your thoughts on how important it is for a team to get off to a fast start?
Well, early wins gives you confidence.
Oh, do they ever?
Makes you more intimidating to play against.
Does it ever?
I'm so excited. I miss you guys this summer.
Oh, I know. What have you been doing?
I'm happy to be here. I went to China about 59 times.
Yeah.
I went to Cancun 72 times.
Uh-huh.
And I went to the North Pole twice.
Oh, wow.
Wow, how's
so
that?
So a pretty uneventful summer for you.
It was bad. I was looking for Santa. I couldn't find him.
Okay, well, you're not supposed to. The fans, the local media, everyone is excited. And I just am excited to be here, start of the season, and you don't want to start slow. You don't want to have any rough patches early on.
What'd you do this summer?
I went fishing.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Catch anything?
Yes, I did. I went to Dubai and went deep sea fishing.
Wow, awesome. So you were traveling all over the place? You go deep sea fishing?
What'd you do?
I cut the grass. It's awesome. Well, that wraps it up. Let's go courtside.
20,000 fans in chorus at a sold-out arena here in Phoenix, Arizona. It'll be the defending NBA champion Golden State Warriors and the Phoenix Suns. This is it, opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Draymond Green's competitive fire is one of the big keys for the Warriors. He said, that's one of my biggest responsibilities, to be the vocal and emotional leader of this team. We have a lot of guys that are more on the quiet side. If nobody was willing to take that role, we'd just be a bunch of church mice. I thought, why not me? It's natural for me anyway. Kevin?
He's the glue that holds the team together, DA. Always important to have a guy who can fire up his teammates. Steve, we have a great matchup in the backcourt in this one. What are some of the toughest aspects of defending against guards who can light it up?
The toughest thing is, Kevin, when you have a guard that has it going from behind the line, and he's a guy that drives the basketball. So you're planning for the drive, but he is starting to light you up from behind the line. So you're really in no man's land. You get up on him, he's going around you, then he's knocking down the three. That's when you start yelling, help, help.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And Golden State looking at who they've got. The sharpshooters Curry and Thompson are at the 1 and the 2. Durant and Draymond Green, talented forward duo. And it's McGee in at the center, locking down the middle. 4 on the clock. Fades back. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Green's got the game going here with the first basket for the Warriors. Warren on the wing. He feeds it to Chandler. From 11 feet away. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And when you see TJ Warren,
I didn't press the right button. The odds are $1.20 for Golden State Warriors and $5.27 for Phoenix. But I'm going to update that now. I think that the Golden State maybe.
love his activity. I mean, he's always cutting and moving without the basketball. Very adept at finding those openings on the floor.
The Suns shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And that one misses. And Warren last season had his year interrupted by injury, cooled off after the fast start. But, Greg, he will always play with that activity.
Yeah, and he's so good at switching directions on a defender. Seemingly simple moves help him create great space both with and without the ball.
And he sinks the second. Here's Golden State. Outside Durant. Green, the screen. Durant kicks to Thompson. Over Booker. Pass to McGee. Durant against Warren. It's hauled in by the Suns. Here matched up against the Golden State Warriors is how they're going to tip off the new season. Booker against Thompson from 13. Phoenix with the new shot clock. Stolen by Durant. Now the Warriors moving it up. The tray. Outside Curry. He kicks to Durant. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Yep, it counts.
With his size and touch, Durant has all the tools to hurt you around the rim.
Payton outside. Kicks to Warren. Chandler with the screen on Durant. Jumper off the screen. Durant with some nice D.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
Now Payton following Durant's three-point attempt. Warren, that's for two. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Payton against Curry. Thompson inside. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Great effort from Thompson, using his length to his advantage there.
Suns trail by 3. Payton dishes to Warren. The feed now to Bender. Chandler with the screen on Durant. Unloads from 9, and that one hits back iron. The Warriors have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. On the wing, Thompson. He's covered by Warren. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Phoenix gets called for the foul.
You have to be cautious when guarding Thompson. He is so crafty at getting to the strike. What's amazing to me about Klay Thompson is his ability to take over a game. He just needs a few shots to drop and look out. The next thing you know, he is in unstoppable rhythm.
First free throw is good. And with Klay's shooting ability and size, it allows him to put up huge numbers, Steve, when he's locked in. We've seen it before in the past.
You know, just looking at Klay's resume shows how dominant he can be when he's on fire. 35 points in a quarter, 60 in 3 quarters. One of the scariest players in the league when he's on.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And this is what we've come to expect from him. This type of consistency from the line.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Payton outside. 5 to shoot. Here's Booker. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And more, it's looking like Devin Booker, the 13th pick in the 2015 draft, is going to be one of the biggest steals of that draft class.
And he's one that all GMs are looking at, and they wish they could have a redo. I mean, Booker was very young when he entered the draft, and some teams maybe shied away from that. But clearly he's shown that he could be one of the best players in that class.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, you know what this Suns team wants to do when they go up against you? They are looking to get out in the open floor and get easy baskets off transition. One of the best teams in the league when it comes to capitalizing on the break.
Both free throws good from Booker. And in general, this Suns team looks to push the tempo, Greg, and play at a very high pace whenever they can.
You know, if you look over the history of the franchise, they've always been at their best when they've played that style. The Suns and that run and gun mentality just seem to go hand in hand. And I think also it happens to work well with the athletes that are presently on this roster.
Now here's Booker following the shot by Kevin Durant. Payton passes to Warren. Chandler kicks to Warren. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Phoenix, no good that time either.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Thompson dishes to Curry. Feeds it to McGee. And Chandler sends it back.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots.
Now here's Booker. Over to the left wing. Over in the corner, Bender jacks up a three. Hits the three-point bomb. And that ties it up.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
Green, the screen. Outside Durant, takes a three. Sinks the three-pointer. Durant's got 5 points so far.
He was wide open. Reason why? Stephen Curry is a fantastic player who quickly got it over to his teammate.
Booker the pass to Chandler. And Booker kicks to Bender. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. He drains the quick shot. He has 6.
This is why Clay is so difficult to defend. He can stop on a dime and pop it in your eye.
Warren dishes to Chandler. Back to Warren. Fires at the elbow. It's rebounded by Golden State. McGee's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Curry kicks to Thompson. McGee sets the pick for Thompson to the middle. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Thompson always keeping his eyes up, looking for his teammates at all times.
Suns trail by 7. Chandler a screen. Payton kicks to Warren. Over in the corner, Bender bangs home the trifecta. Bender's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Suns.
And not only is Bender physically imposing down low, he also can stretch the floor with his perimeter shooting. He's lethal from deep.
And it's Durant missing.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Payton kicks to Warren. Chandler with the screen on Durant. Now, here's Warren. Puts up a three. Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession.
A moment here to see some numbers for Payton. Last year, getting it done. He was around 12 points per game last year. 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks this offense.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Picked by Pachulia and stolen by Chris. Here's Daniels, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Thompson.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Phoenix shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
Shooting 2.
And it's tied up with that one.
And as great as the Warriors are on offense, the best team in the league on that end last year, their defense is just as good. Had the #1 defense last season. To have the top offense and defense explains why they're so dominant.
David West, he's checked in for the Warriors. Young comes in for Thompson. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. And for the Warriors, the defense, Steve, has been the underrated strong point of the team for so long. They just bother shots and make life difficult for opposing teams.
They do. They have great personnel, and they have the ability to switch on defense. Players are so versatile with who they can guard. The communication is excellent, and the rotation on point.
And the Warriors with possession here. Livingston kicks to Young. Pachulia the pass to Livingston. Picked by West. Shot off the screen. Rebounded by Jackson.
One could argue that's a good shot, but maybe not the right shooter to take it.
That shot, no good. The Warriors go the other way. Livingston dishes to Iguodala. Picked by West. Iguodala kicks to Young. Some nice passing by Golden State. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Another miss by Iguodala. And it's Phoenix's ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Jackson has the open look. Phoenix, no good that time either. The Warriors trail. Now Livingston, quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Screen by Young. On the wing, it's Iguodala, covered by Chris. Nice job coming off that screen. And the Warriors lead by 1.
Those kind of shots are ones Iggy buries routinely.
Glenn, a screen. Here's Daniels. Good as the jump shot falls. Golden State's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Julia the pass to Livingston. Young with no one around. Off target from three-point range. Outside Jackson. There's a screen by Chris. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And how about Jackson just taking off on these alley-oops? He has phenomenal timing for when to jump up and finish the lob pass.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. Here's Iguodala after Josh Jackson's bucket. Iguodala, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Every so often, Steve, Andre Iguodala will dial it back to when he was younger and remind you of what he once was, one of the best players in the NBA, one of the most athletic players in the league. Now he usually saves that for big moments or when the team needs him to be that kind of player.
You're so right. You remember last season when Kevin Durant went down? Iguodala played fantastic basketball in Durant's absence. You almost felt like Iguodala is holding back until he's needed the most.
The free throw dropped for Iguodala.
And up and down this Suns roster, there is a ton of youth. One of the younger teams in our league last season, and that was weighted with Tyson Chandler's age. A lot of young players looking to make their mark here in the NBA.
And Iguodala drops them both. And last season, the Suns broke their franchise record for the youngest starting 5 the team has ever put on the court on multiple occasions.
Yeah, and with those young lineups, you could see the benefits, but also the concerns. I mean, they got a lot of extended looks at young players, and this team figures to have a bright future. But let's face it, there were some inconsistent stretches because of that youth. It's always difficult for a young group to learn how to become efficient and effective in the half court.
Livingston, no luck.
This is a problem for him. Inconsistent from the mid-range.
Jackson kicks to Ulis. Shoots over Livingston. And the shot no good, a bit short. Golden State's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Dishes it to Young. Back to Livingston. Puts it up from 7. And the shot is good. And the Warriors lead by 1.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And here is Ulis. There's a screen by Chris. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Livingston. No good, shot missing. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Warriors on top, up 1. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
I'm not playing. Everybody, just cool it. This song we dedicate to the one and only. Never be another. That's my brother. Trouble T. Roy. It's like that, y'all.
And let's hear from Tyson Chandler. He talked about what he brings to this team.
I do a lot that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. That's what I pride myself on. You know, some nights you're not going to get the ball, but you still can be effective on the floor. Whether that's rebounding, playing defense, hustling, trying to create extra shots for your team. Whatever it is necessary that I feel like help my team get a win.
Chandler has long been the kind of player all coaches want on their team. He's the definition, Greg, of an unselfish player who doesn't care about his ego or his stats.
And he knows that and prides himself on it. That also makes him the kind of player his teammates appreciate so much because they know nobody wins any rings without a guy like Tyson Chandler on the team.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Yeah, I mean, so many of their points come in the paint that they're running the offense all the way through.
And you know their coach likes it. Working for high percentage looks and converting them.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, they've got Pachulia. Livingston is out there with Nick Young. And there's Iguodala. And it's Bell in at the power forward. Now, here's Ulis. Jackson with it. And it's Iguodala picking him up. Williams gets the bucket.
And you gotta love how Jackson shares the ball with his teammates. You gotta like that unselfish mindset.
And Young kicks to Iguodala. We played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Picked by Pachulia. Just 5 to shoot. Shots good from Young.
Tough screen set there, and the defense was not prepared for it.
Phoenix has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. On the wing, Jackson. Here's Len. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Jackson against Young. Jackson misses.
He's a little uncomfortable in that in-between area, and the defense plays him that way.
Iguodala kicks to Young for the 3. That one falls, coming off Iguodala's feet. And it's a 3-point Warrior lead. Suns have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Right side, Williams. Over Bell. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Williams has got his second bucket of the game to go. And guys, you think of some of the more slippery scorers that are left-handed, like James Harden, Isaiah Thomas, Manu Ginobili. They come to mind right off the bat. Does that give them, Steve, I'll begin with you, does that give them an advantage?
It does, Kevin, and people always would ask me, why? Because I don't know why. They're left-handed. They do things different. They do things wrong. They jump off the wrong foot. They drive it differently. And I think mentally as a right-handed guy, you're kind of guarding him how you would play. But left-handers definitely have an advantage playing the game of basketball. And they could have used that trying to cut into this league. He's been off all night.
Livingston with it. Shot on the wing, and there's the call on Pachulia. That's his first foul. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Bender, he's checked in for Alex Len. TJ Warren comes in for Jackson. Booker, he's checked in for Troy Daniels. And it's Payton in for Ulis. Kevon Looney is checked in for the Warriors. Stephen Curry comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Booker kicks to Payton. Booker dishes to Warren. To the left side wing. Phoenix, no good that time either. Warriors leading by 3. It's Young on the wing. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Young's got 9.
Yet another 3. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
It's tipped. Here's Warren. Bender with a wide open look. Drills it from outside. Bender's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
There it is, his first make from beyond the arc in the second quarter, his 3rd of the game.
Young from outside. Booker pulls it in. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Over in the corner, Bender. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, Kevin Durant is a unique player. LeBron James said he's a 7-footer with 6-foot ball handling skills, a jump shot, and athleticism. It's never been done in our league. Never had a guy that's 7 foot and can do all that, so it sets him apart. Kevin, I'm 6 feet tall, and I can broadcast.
You can, and you can write, and by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. D.A., thank you. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
For Phoenix, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Some changes for Golden State. Green, he's checked in for Bell. Durant comes in for Nick Young. And it's Klay Thompson in for Sean Livingston. And both free throws good for Peyton. And the Warriors dominant last season again, not only because, Greg, of their offense, but because of their defense. One of the best in the NBA, and they're just so active on that end of the floor.
No doubt about it. And you know what? Credit their personnel, because it allows them so much more flexibility defensively. And even when they go small, they have excellent rim protection. They're a physical bunch. I just don't think they get enough credit for their rebounding, one of the better teams in our league.
Durant, that's good.
Maybe the most deadly mid-range scorer in the league. Kevin Durant, one of the few players who could live off those if he wanted to.
Nice ball movement by Phoenix. To the wing right side. There's a screen by Williams. Here's Peyton. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Fade away. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity. If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
An even 3-on-3 break. On its way from Curry for 2, and he's on the money with his first shot today.
Stephen Curry on the defensive end with the nice steal and the beautiful finish.
Peyton outside. The pass to Bender. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
No one rotating over to help on the mismatch. Easy lay-in.
Golden State's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. You know, for all the great things that Draymond Green does on the basketball floor, perhaps his greatest asset, Steve, is his ability to be a leader. Other MVPs and All-Stars will defer to him to set up the defense and get going on offense.
You know, Kevin, that's what we do at Michigan State. That's the kind of player and leader that Draymond has been his whole career. Doesn't care about stats, only cares about winning. Willing to step up and take the big shot as well.
Free throw good, Green. And they say it's a players' league, but we know great coaching makes a difference as well. And Steve, what was a moment in your career where you really were impressed with what a coach had done in a practice, a game, whenever?
Coaches make a difference. We obviously understand, like you said, it's a players' league. The players go out and play, but you got to have leadership. And when you have great leadership to go along with great players and great people, you have a chance to win. You might not always win it, but you feel good of going through the process. I've had some great ones, and some that stick out. Lenny Wilkins in Atlanta. Talking about a great coach, a great person. And Greg Popovich. To get a chance to play for those two guys has been phenomenal, and I can always look back on some of the things they did. And a lot of moments, Kevin, off the court more than on the court.
Interesting. Well said.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Thompson looking totally comfortable. Such a beautiful release.
Payton outside. There's a screen by Chris. Payton drives in. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Payton's got 6 points.
You've got to give a ton of credit to the screener. That play easily opened up the easy layup for his teammate.
Thompson passes to Looney. Warren against Durant. And Curry has it in the corner. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
If you're the defense, you have to respect Stephen Curry off picks. He doesn't need much room, just an inch, and he'll fire.
There's a screen by Chris. Payton kicks to Chris. Passes it to Booker. Shot clock at 6. And the dunk by Booker.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
It looked like a total breakdown to me there. He exploited that hole perfectly and made them pay.
Durant wide open, he fires. And another 3 for Golden State.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Chandler with the screen on Curry. Back to Payton. There's a screen by Chris. He dishes it to Warren. Payton in the corner. Launches a 3. Green with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Thompson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Well, you just watch the way that Klay Thompson shoots, and you're surprised when the ball doesn't go in.
I mean, one thing with Klay, too, in his shot, he believes it's always going to go in. More importantly, so does his teammates. And he's got that shooter's mentality where he just will continue to trust in his mechanics. And I don't think he gets enough credit for just how hard he works to maintain that shot.
First one falls for him.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Jackson, he's checked in for T.J. Warren. And the Warriors also making a change. West is checked in. And so Thompson nails both of them.
When you watch the Warriors play, their offense is a work of art. There is so much player movement and passing, it's impossible to cover. And the shooting they have, it just puts it over the top.
Now here's Chandler. Here's Booker. Good D by Thompson.
How many times have you seen him do that? Losing focus on a simple lay-in.
Durant dishes to Green. Outside Durant. Green, the screen. Up off the screen. And then Durant with the jam.
Simply put, that's a hard Hard, firm screen by Draymond really helps his teammates out there with the screening ability.
And Steve, the common mistake fans have with the Warriors is thinking they only make threes to score. It's a combination of a lot of things, and I think it just overwhelms defenders.
You know, one thing that comes to mind to me is they pick out the Warriors in mismatches or lose a defender on great screens. They're amazing at that. They force defenders to make a ton of split-second decisions. One mistake, and it's easy for them to score.
The Suns have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. Lenz checked in for Phoenix. Troy Daniels comes in for Devin Booker. JaVale McGee's checked in for Golden State.
One shot.
Free throw off from Peyton.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Oh, you can tell he's frustrated to get that good of a look from three, and he didn't make it.
Daniels with it, working on Thompson. Here's Chris. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Rough start to this game. Hits one bucket in the first and nothing here in the second.
And Thompson kicks to Durant. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists tonight.
Boy, he has a gift. KD can score on anybody.
Chris can't hit.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
West kicks to McGee. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, easy call.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from McGee. Now, here's Ulis. Outside Jackson. From deep three-point range. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their work from beyond the arc has been a highlight. A lot of threes, finding the bottom of the bucket. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And welcome to halftime. Hey, what a fantastic time of the year. NBA season getting underway. Hey,
I'm excited. I am really excited. I am really, really excited, honey.
Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 15 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Tonight isn't an exception as looking back at his last few games, he's been stringing together some incredible performances. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
Well, the first half has been all about KD. Durant, one of the most effortless scorers I've ever seen, inside or outside. He can hurt you anywhere on the floor, Ernie.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Phoenix?
Percentage-wise, They were in the low 30s. That's right, low 30s from beyond the arc. That won't get it done. Every team in the league now relies on some level of consistent production from the three-point line. But if you dug yourself a hole and you aren't a three-point shooting team, that needs to change.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
The streets around this beautiful arena in downtown Phoenix, the home of the Suns. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, you like to run more doubles at him, but the risk there is opens up things for everybody else.
Suns trail by 12. Booker and Warren on the perimeter. Bender out there with Chandler, and it's Payton in at the 1. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Booker with it, picked up by Thompson, and the dunk by Booker.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in the game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
And the dunk by Booker.
And a late reaction by the defense makes that one a no contest.
You know, he got out before people could turn their heads, and he's already gone with no hesitation.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Durant for 3. Bender with the rebound. The Suns shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. And the wide-open shot from Warren, that's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 3 assists in the game. Warriors leading by 5. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Over in the corner, Green. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Booker the pass to Payton. Warriors with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
After hitting 3 straight, they finally missed one. But you can see the rhythm coming out of the half.
Curry's shot is off.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Booker against Thompson. Booker dishes to Payton. Chandler outside. Shot clock at 5. And here's Booker from the arc. Green with the rebound. Green's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Open shot, Thompson. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. Thompson's got 12 in the game.
That was their 4th attempt of this half. They finally got one to go down.
And Booker kicks to Bender. Phoenix, no good that time either. Warriors leading by 7. And Smitty, you were able to play a couple seasons with Steve Kerr when you were both in San Antonio. What was your time together like there? How do you think he's been influenced by his San Antonio time?
Well, it was a great time. He's a great teammate. I think he's been influenced by Popovich's attention to details. Both are very measured to their approach to things, but the one thing you have to really say that you really link those two together, they are funny.
Here's Payton. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Shoots over Curry. Payton, good. He's got 10. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Curry kicks to Green. The screen from Thompson. Green passes to Durant. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
You see how quickly Durant sets up for the catch-and-shoot shot, giving the defense no chance.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Suns trail by 9. And Booker kicks to Payton. Floats one. McGee with the block. And it's the Warriors on the break. Iguodala's running. Thompson for 3. Tyson Chandler pulls it in. Now Peyton, 10 points for him. Here's Warren. No good on that one. Good defense by Iguodala.
You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of sync.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
That's another aspect of Thompson's game that he continues to improve on. He is not just relying on his shooting, but building on his game by working on his driving.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And for the last few seasons, we've seen where Andre Iguodala's role on offense has diminished. You know, he still contributes, but tends to defer a bit more there. And one thing you can say, though, defensively, still at an elite level in terms of his versatility.
Perhaps, Greg, the biggest asset Iguodala brings to a team is his ability to defend.
I mean, he just has great timing for when to go. For the steal. I mean, he can still move his feet well and can guard anybody, but the versatility to guard point guards to power forwards is something that makes him special.
Phoenix making a change here. Williams is checked in. Then for the Warriors, Pachulia. He's checked in for JaVale McGee. Bell comes in for Green. Young is subbed in for Thompson. Now here's Peyton. He's got 10. Williams has a screen for Booker. Over in the corner, Bender. And again, it's the Suns missing. Warriors leading by 11. Here's Curry looking for Pachulia. He gets it there. And a wide open look for Iguodala. And a miss there on the triple. Phoenix has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Peyton dishes to Warren. And the Suns miss again. Warriors have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Booker against Young. Outside Curry. Clock at 6. And here's Iguodala outside. Another miss by Iguodala. Suns trail by 11. Peyton kicks to Booker from the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Peyton. Peyton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And here's Young. 9 points in the game so far. They set the screen. Here is Bell. Pass to Iguodala. Picked by Pachulia. Again, Iguodala missing.
You know, on a pretty good night for these guys overall, his shooting has been the biggest weakness.
No one near Peyton as he lets it go. It's rebounded by Golden State. Pachulia's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Iguodala kicks to Curry. There's the dish to Pachulia. Stolen by Warren. Peyton in the corner. Five to shoot. Knocks it loose. Curry with the steal. Here's Iguodala. True on the 14-footer. Iguodala's got his second bucket of the night.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
Phoenix calls timeout. Well, the NBA can be a superstitious place at times, Steve, with all the quirks and characters in the league. And you played. What was the strangest game day ritual that you ever saw?
I think Harold Miner. He touched everything with his nose. His gym shoes, his wristbands, the basketballs at the free throw line, and everybody did. And I think for me, as I got older, it wasn't strange. It was out of necessity. I had to get in some kind of steam room and have all those hot pads wrapped around me just to get loose to play.
I like that story. I don't like Baby Jordan's story, though. Harold Miner, that doesn't work for me. I don't understand that.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
You start to wonder, in my opinion, is it better to take everything to the rack now or to try at least draw some fouls?
A platoon swap here for Phoenix. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State. And so here's Phoenix. It's a 10-point game. Iguodala with the steal. It's Young on the wing over Daniels. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Young's got 11. Phoenix has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Glenn, a screen. Ulis with it to the wing right side. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Suns have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Len. So he gets them both. Now, here is Young. He's got 11. He feeds it to Livingston. Pass to Pachulia. Golden State moving the ball around. And Young kicks to Bell. Screen by Young. 5 on the clock. And it's Iguodala again missing.
No other way to put it, just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack. Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
Livingston, that's good. Now Ulis. Guys, there's still time for them to make a run.
Can't have any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Glenn, a screen. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. West comes in for Jaja Pachulia. And Looney subbed in for Bell. Warriors leading by 10. Iguodala kicks to Livingston. Back to Iguodala. West a screen on Jackson. They set the pick. 5 on the clock. Pick by West. But they'll get another chance. Livingston with it. Now guarded by Ulis. Livingston, no luck.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot. And this one was uncontested.
Daniels kept alive. Back to Ulis. On the wing, Jackson. West against Len. Here's Jackson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Hey, Greg, when you watch Josh Jackson play, it's easy to see that he can eventually be one of the best defenders in the league if he works at it.
The blocks and steals, I think, will always be there for Jackson with that length. As he progresses as a player, though, he should improve in the little things. It reminds you a bit of a young Andre Iguodala at times with how explosive he can be athletically.
The first free throw is good.
And one of the things that stands out about Josh Jackson out of Kansas, his playmaking ability at that forward position. For a guy 6'8", you can put the ball in his hands and let him create offense for you, much like a Draymond Green.
Devin Booker, he's checked in for Ulis. Golden State also making some changes. Durant's checked in for Iguodala. And it's Klay Thompson in for Sean Livingston. And Josh Jackson, Greg, out of Kansas, able to step into that point forward role well.
And in today's game, you can't have too many playmakers on the court at one time. Josh Jackson is Draymond Green 2.0. A little bit better athlete, can be a difference maker defensively, but also has that high IQ on the offensive side to make everybody better.
Here's Daniels. Glenn, a screen. Back to Booker. Takes a three. Drills it from outside. Booker's got 10 points here in the second half.
See, in this half, I feel like he's a much different shooter. Calm, focused, and letting things come to him.
Young passes to Thompson. Over Booker. And the Warriors miss again.
I'll tell you what, despite the miss, he's going to be looking for that same shot again.
Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Durant. From the top of the key, he buries it. Durant's got 21 in the game.
You like the aggressiveness, pushing all the right buttons. He has this team rolling.
Booker dishes to Len. He kicks it to Daniels. Goes back up, and it's sent back by West. Young from outside. Booker pulls it in. Booker's got his third rebound tonight. And there's the pass to Chris. Back to Booker. Inside, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Young from outside, hands it from downtown. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
I mean, just a good shooter taking what the defense allows. Finds some space out beyond the arc.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
That free throw good from Len. So both teams changing it up here. Both free throws good from Len. 19 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And here's Thompson. He's got 14. McGee a screen. And Thompson kicks to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 8 points for Steph Curry.
Stephen Curry's release is beautiful.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be right back after this. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Right now is when we go, good shot, great shot, right? Right now is when we talk on every screen down here and switch and ice and all the stuff we do on point.
That's Steve Kerr. This is what his teams do. They take away a lot of easy shots, easy baskets.
Yeah, you heard him. Ice the screens. Communicate. Give me everything you've got defensively.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Thompson and Durant, the sharpshooters at the 2 and the 3. JaVale McGee is out there with Green, and it's Curry in at the point. And it's the Warriors on the break. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Durant. 16 points for Klay Thompson. Here's Payton. On the wing, Booker. Over Thompson. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 11 on the bucket from Booker.
So much sharper, so much more efficient with his shot this half. Just taking what the defense allows.
Durant against Jackson. And Durant gets double teamed. And stolen by Chris. Outside Jackson. Fires from 14. Kept alive. Second chance shot. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Thompson.
And Jackson has got the complete package down low. Loves putting the D in a compromising position.
No good on the free throw.
And Jackson certainly has a lot of explosiveness. One of those guys who really wears his heart on his sleeve and brings that energy level every night.
And the Suns making a change here. Bender's checked in. And he's good on the second.
See, now he's getting defenders back on their heels a little bit. Getting to the foul line here in the second half.
McGee is screen on Payton. Down low. Outside Curry. Puts up a 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Jackson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Payton outside. From 11 feet away. And the shot falls short this time. Warriors leading by 10. Thompson in the corner. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Thompson's got 19 points.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Payton kicks to Jackson. Here's Bender. That one's not going to go. Great D that time from Green. The shot by Curry, no good. The Suns have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Payton outside. The tray. Bender, no good.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
Wasted no time on that one. And that's 11 points for Steph Curry.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And the Suns call time. And Draymond Green just does so many things well on the basketball floor. But to me, above all else, he really is an elite defender who allows this team to be creative with their lineups. You can just put him on any player at any position and feel comfortable with his impact. Checked in for Phoenix. Payton with the ball. Chandler a screen. Payton with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Excellent use of the screen that time. And with Green, it just seems that as long as he's going to be in the league, he'll be in contention for Defensive Player of the Year. Draymond Greg has been that dominant on that end of the floor.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And one thing's for certain, you don't want to go at him when you need a bucket. Use it as a challenge, almost an insult if a guy wants to attack him. And he just has a knack for making winning plays on the defensive side of the floor.
Shooting for Phoenix, TJ Warren. Taking 2 shots.
Relax on the first.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. Warriors leading by 12. McGee a screen. Thompson passes to Durant. Back to Thompson. There's the triple. Rebound by the Suns. After this one, they're off to Denver to take on the Nuggets. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Booker dishes to Bender. Now here's Payton. Chandler a screen for 3. Booker, that's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 6 assists in the game.
Now we can say it. He's a completely different shooter this half. Much more confidence, much more success.
Now here's Curry. A fader. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And that's now 21 points for Klay Thompson. Suns trail by 11. Now Payton. Booker left side. 3-pointer. There's JaVale McGee with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Durant. No good on that one. The Suns go the other way with it. Payton kicks to Warren. Back to Payton. Over in the corner, Bender. Here's Chandler. Lays it up off the glass.
Second chance opportunities. The great equalizer.
Warriors leading by 9. Green, the screen, kicks it to Durant. Booker against Thompson. Green with a screen for Thompson. Right side, Green releases. Nice shot from the wing. And the Warriors lead by 11.
He's pretty good at catch and shoot. You know he's feeling it right now.
Booker outside. Payton kicks to Chandler. Chandler with a screen for Bender. Off the screen. Out to Payton. Chandler a screen to the wing right side. Bender. They grab their own miss. Booker in the corner. Connects from three-point range. Booker's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Phoenix. Warriors have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Outside Durant, there's the feed to Thompson. McGee a screen. Shot off the pick. The shot by Thompson, no good. And it's the Suns' ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Feeds to Bender. A three ball. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got his third rebound on the night.
He can't find his mojo. Tough quarter for him scoring the basketball.
Thompson from long range. That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
Klay Thompson is like a microwave. He can heat up in a hurry.
And here is Payton. Chandler a screen. Payton kicks to Warren. Trying his luck deep. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And Curry has it in the corner. Outside, Green. McGee against Chandler. Green, the screen. And it's Durant missing.
I'll tell you, the defense dodging a bullet right there. That's his shot.
Booker with it. Picked up by Thompson. To the right side. Chandler with a screen for Bender. 6 to shoot. And here's Warren for 3. And Curry pulls it down. Curry's got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Curry. Curry's got 5 assists tonight.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Bender. Back to Booker. There's a good screen. Over Green. No good from Booker. Warriors leading by 13. Releases. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Timeout call, the Suns.
And we know how great Curry is at shooting the ball, but he is also an incredible playmaker. Very, very aware of how to draw the defense to him and get an easy layup for a teammate. He's underrated as a passer, mostly because his scoring is so incredible.
Now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during that last break, I listened to the Suns coach address his team. He said, we've come this far. Now we've got to give everything left to get this one. And we can do it. So go out there and do it. Guys, we'll see what they can do.
All right, David, thanks. Outside Curry to the middle. Looking for McGee. He gets it there. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. Steve, when you think about Curry and his playmaking, the assists are easy to count, but the gravity he has on the floor all over the floor creates shots for others by itself.
And if you're on Curry's teams, you have so much attention drawn off of you. When he has the ball, Kevin, defenders have to be aware of Curry at all times. Opens up so much space for the other shooters.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
What a season it was for JaVale McGee. Found his calling as a big man off the bench who brings energy. Perfect role for him, and he thrived on a fantastic team.
Both free throws good from McGee. And for McGee, he was almost out of the league. His teams didn't trust him on the floor, but he made the most of his chance with the Warriors, Steve, and succeeded.
You know, Kevin, it worked out well for both sides. JaVale McGee completely revitalized his career. Defensively, he blocked shots, controlled the paint, and I was very surprised. He was good on the offensive end.
Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Excellent move to score the basketball despite a weak pick.
Shooting 1.
Free throw good, Booker. Warriors leading by 14. Thompson passes to Curry. Dishes to Green. Pass to Thompson. 5 on the clock. 14 feet away. McGee. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Booker with no one around. Off target from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Warriors.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Kevin Durant.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
Now here's Curry after the miss from Elfrid Payton. Curry dishes to Durant. To the paint, here's McGee, and Chandler sends it back. Here's Warren. Phoenix no good that time either. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Durant. Here's McGee. The basket good off the assist from Durant. And the Warriors lead by 20.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
They better have some extra goodies on that plane, because after this blowout, they deserve to be rewarded.
Payton kicks to Bender. No good with the triple. Here's Curry. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, everyone knows you do a lot of different things for this team, but what would you say your primary focus is?
Trying to just take responsibility of my defensive duties. Shooting the point guard, force them in a different situation, difficult shots. Being our first, line of defense as they're bringing the ball up, put pressure on them, and try to take them out their offense. That's a lot of great point guards in this league, so I got to be able to do that all year, and trying to get a good start to that this season.
That's what franchise players do, play at both ends. Thank you, Steph. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
Yeah, so obviously Steph Curry's alright, but I need to make him more points per game. I think the other ones are around about right. So I just want to have Klay Thompson, Durant, and Steph Curry, and the other ones should be right how they are. It's like 3-10 him, but I'm just not worried about that at the moment. He's 2-9. And yeah, so mainly he's 0-5 from 3-pointers. So I think they're about 30%. So I'll try and write down all who I need. So basically I need Durant, Thompson, Curry, Iguodala, Lewis in here. And I need Alien, Joe Jackson, TJ Warren, D Bender, and probably D Booker as well. I'm just unsure about that. And it seems like he's going good, and he should get about that. So I'll leave D Booker. So D Bender, TJ Warren, G Jackson, or J Jackson, and A Lynn are basically all I need to do, and then Chris at the moment, and that should be alright. So that's what I'm going to make better. And go on the team comparison. Why'd they win? Basically because their shots so good. So I'm going to look at the actual box score. Whose shot they're good. It might have been 3-pointers as well. I'm just trying to work it out. Well, it's only 2 different than 3-pointers, so I'm going for 2-pointers, and he's 5 of 8. D Booker, but that's the wrong team. So he's 8 of 11. So it's Kevin Durant was man of the match, but we'll try and get Steph Curry a bit better. And he's man of the match, Kevin Durant. For this one, and he just had a quiet game, Steph Curry. And now on to the next one, next game. I forget what it is, but and they paid out $1.20 Golden State.